It's football time in East Central Ohio. From AVC Sports and WYLE Cambridge, 107.9, 98.5, Nash Icon. Now it's time to head to the field for tonight's game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to New Concord on the campus of John Glenn High School. Tonight, on the YRPtv exclusive matchup, the winless Riverview Black Bears made the trek from Warsaw, seeking their first win against the 3-4 John Glenn Muskies in a Muskingum Valley League Big League School matchup. My name is Mike Snively, and it will be my pleasure to describe tonight's action. Joining me tonight on the color is my good friend Richard Hall. This is a Week 8 football contest between two schools. Football will certainly not be in the forefront of the hearts and minds of everyone tonight. On this night, this venue is going to experience solidarity, friendship, and partnership as we are all expressing concern about recent difficulties. We're all heartbroken with the news of John Glenn Junior football player Dylan Sutherdan. For those of you viewing our broadcast tonight, we ask that you please keep the Sutherdan family in your thoughts. On this evening, we are also coming together to unify during this time of sudden adversity. I'm going to bring my good friend Richard Hall in now. Richard, we both love sports, especially high school sports, and tonight we are covering a football game, but tonight is much more than a high school football game.
Yeah, exactly, Mike. Tonight's a tough night. Thoughts and prayers with the family and the East Muskingum community. Very close-knit community. We're both very familiar with the John Glenn community, and thoughts and prayers to everyone involved. But I think, we got two teams going to try to play a little bit of football, which is what they love to do, and both teams will give it their best tonight.
Yeah, it's a beautiful fall evening here. It actually feels like football weather, Richard. We haven't had I can't tell you the last time, Richard, we had a rainy night. I just can't remember. Now, we might have had some thunderstorms in week 1 and 2 in the last recent years, but I just can't remember the last time we came out and sat in the rain, or what, we don't sit in the rain, but the crowd and the team sat in the rain. It's been a long time, so it's been beautiful, gorgeous weather for the last couple of years, to be honest.
Absolutely. Well, it's week 8, and tonight's the first night I brought a coat. So
yeah,
that should frame it up for us pretty well, the kind of weather we've had. And, it's hard to believe that it's week 8 already.
Right.
I always say the fastest Friday nights are football season.
Yes.
It goes through 10 weeks pretty quickly, and then when you turn around and it's early December and you're playing state playoff football, so it really goes fast.
It certainly does. And I think the last time we've done a game together, we talked, it was like 3 years ago at Meadowbrook, and we actually had to sit in the bleachers. Meadowbrook was playing West Muskingum, and West Muskingum put on a show that night, and I believe it was 35 degrees, and our knees were shivering just a little bit that night in the bleachers. So we're just blessed to be up here in the press box and taken good care of and in out of the coldness a little bit. So I tell you, I want to hit our sponsors tonight. We got plenty of good sponsors tonight. Tonight we will be sponsored by the Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan, Sue Snowdy State Farm, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Treasure Hunt Bin Store, Doan Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Chandler Funeral Home, Farmers and Merchant Bank, C&K Muffler and Brake. So, Richard, we were talking before we came on the broadcast tonight. This is a long-time series here, Riverview and John Glenn. And a lot of people, if you pay close attention to football, they know the Bears have been struggling in recent years. Their last win was on October 21st of 2022, where they beat their rival Coshocton 41-12. Since then, 26 straight losses, and it's been a struggle for the Bears the last several years. But they've got a lot state champions in soccer last year. Always a solid, good girls program, but football struggled to get on board a little bit. Then they go through several coaches, but tonight they show up and they're going to play hard. This series started in 1974. John Glenn leads the series 21-13. John Glenn has won the last 9 in a row. So here's some conference facts for you. In 1974 through 2002, these teams played every single year. And then in 2003, Riverview left for the
ECOL?
The ECOL. They stayed in the ECOL, the East Central Ohio League, until 2020, when then they returned back to the MVL, and it returned. The series resumed in 2020, and we've been playing ball ever since here at New Concord and up in Warsaw. So, with that being said, the Muskies come in at 3-4. They want to start and establish a run game, Richard. They don't want to throw the football. They have two big weapons. They have Reese Metzger, and they have Owen Edwards, son of the head coach, Matt Edwards. Reese, so far on the year, has gained 735 yards on 140 carries. He's averaging almost 5.5 yards a carry. He's got a long run of 67 yards and 12 touchdowns. By far leads the Muskies in touchdowns. The second leading rusher would be quarterback Owen Edwards. He has just under 100 yards on the year now. Sacks come off the rushing total in high school football. Pro football, sacks come off of the passing total, and I think that's an interesting statistic. Through the air, Owen Edwards is 80 of 126, a really good completion percentage of 63.5%. He's at 920 yards on the season, and he's got a long throw of 63 yards. He's thrown for 12 touchdowns and has been intercepted 7 times. So the John Glenn Band is going to come out here, get us through our pregame festivities, and we will listen to the live national anthem performance tonight during our pregame, and it's from Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. Now, tonight on our broadcast team, we got the architect of the YRPtv department, our great producer Joel Lasigo. On the camera tonight's the very professional Mike Mitchell, and as mentioned before, the very classy color man Richard Hall. We're going to step aside for a moment for the Southeastern Ohio Credit Union National Anthem. Live coverage of the National Anthem brought to you by Southeast Ohio Credit Union.
Followed by the National Anthem. Awareness Month, joining the John Glenn Marching Band tonight is Rowan is 7 years old and in 2nd grade at New Concord Elementary. Rowan is part of the John Glenn Flag Football Program.
Grand opening alert! Join us at Treasure Hunt Bin Store, located at 148 Glen Highway in Cambridge, right across from West 40 by Payyear. We're open Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hunt through bins full of brand new top brand items, from clothes and shoes to house goods and more. Don't miss out on $10 Halloween costumes and exciting Amazon mystery boxes packed with surprises. Treasure the hunt, love the finds. 148 Glen Highway, Cambridge. See you this weekend.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful
Welcome back here to John Glenn High School, where we just got a beautiful rendition of the alma mater and national anthem and the Hay song by the John Glenn Marching Band as the sun just set over the pine trees here in the beautiful hills in east central Ohio. Mike Snively and Richard Hall here. Richard, let's look at some playoff positioning here. We'll start in the largest region for the MVL around here. It would be Division III. Region 11, and we have 3 teams in the MVL in this region. Right now, Tri-Valley, they're going to take 12 this year, and that's different in years past. It went from 8, and then during the COVID years, 16. So one would play 16, similar to the NCAA tournament, how it used to be ran in basketball. One would play 16, 2 would play 15, and so on. Well, this year, they're going to play. They're taking the top 12, but the first 4 seeds get a bye. Am I correct?
That's correct.
And then we're going to go 5 through 12. 5 would play 12, 6 would play 11, and so on at the higher seeds home field. So at this point right now, Division III, Region 11, Tri-Valley would be in with a home game, not a bye. They are in 6th place right now. And as it looks like right now, they would be playing Sheridan. How about that? Sheridan and Tri-Valley right now, if the season were over, would be playing in the first round at Tri-Valley. So Sheridan's at 11, and then John Glenn sits at 20th right now with that 3-4 record. John Glenn technically is not out yet. They would have to go undefeated, though, because they do have some big point games coming up with Philo coming up next week, who has some quality wins, and obviously with Tri-Valley, who has some quality wins. They would also need some help from some teams ahead of them losing them. So we don't have them mathematically eliminated quite yet. Now then, Division IV, Region 15, a team I got to see this year. The number 1 team right now in the region is New Lexington. The Panthers have not, they just don't skip a beat. Coach Kevin Board down there does a fantastic job running that football program down there. they're the number 1 seed. But I will say this. There's a team out there that looms in this region who's the 4 seed right now, who's the defending state champs and returns quite a bit, the Indian Valley Braves. And we're discussing Indian Valley tonight. They have a big game against undefeated Ridgewood. So the winner of that game, and I would think Indian Valley is going to be your favorite there. They're going to get a bunch of points and could jump up closer to that number 1 position there. And the unique thing about Indian Valley, they won that state title last year. They bring in 6th place, 2 for the quarterback and 4 for the running back Kinsey. In number 7 is Philo. Philo right now, they're 7th, so they would have a home game as well, and they would be playing Beaver local if it were ending today. Philo, I had them last week. They played Sheridan, and it was a first drive of the game. Jack Linscomb, the good running quarterback, the coach's son, took a high ankle sprain. Then, their state high jump champ, who's also their leading receiver, Aiden Mahon, broke his fibula on the first drive. Then Carter Crabtree, another good receiver, on the first drive, was injured. They lost 3 of their best players on the first drive against Sheridan, or that's a different ball game. But I will say this about Philo. Philo has one of the best running backs in the MVL, if not the best running back in the MVL, a guy by the name of Slade Sprankle. Low center of gravity. Reminds you of that Scadaboo. What do you think of that Scadaboo? He's fun to watch.
He's quite a player.
Yeah, I like watching Scadaboo out of Arizona State. So Philo's 7th. And then Maysville, not out of it yet. They're 3-4. They would need some help to get in that top 12. They are playing they are playing West Muskingum tonight in Southtown. They're sitting at 18th. Then we go down to Region 5, and Morgan, who is in 8th place, they would be in right now. Then you go down to the 19th team would be Byesville Meadowbrook. Now, Meadowbrook has a great chance of, if they win out, they have a chance of doing it, but they have to beat New Lex tonight at home. That's a tough task, but they've got a favorable schedule ahead of them, games that they can win. And I saw them a couple weeks ago here put a whooping on John Glenn. And then in 21st place is the West Muskingum Tornadoes, and they are 3-4, and they would need some help. And then finally, in terms of MVL, Riverview and Coshocton mathematically eliminated, but Crooksville in Region 23, they are in 15th. So, hey, we're going to take a short break here. You're listening you're watching MVL football on YRPtv.
Founded in 1987 with hard work, dedication, and a commitment to quality, the Zemba Companies has grown from a small family operation into a trusted leader in excavation, trucking, concrete, and environmental services. Built on a foundation of safety, respect, accountability, teamwork, loyalty, and grit, the Zemba Companies continues to evolve while staying true to our core values, always putting people and service first. Whatever the job, our team is here to help you simply just do. Call us today at 740-452-1880 or visit our website at www.zembacompanies.com.
I'm Ted from TK Auto Service at 2303 Glen Highway.
And I'm Julie. We've been in business for 26 years, proudly serving this community with reliable and trustworthy auto services.
Our customers are like family, and we are committed to keeping your vehicle running smoothly.
Whether it's a quick oil change or a major repair, we're here for you. We appreciate your trust and support.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram to stay updated and connected.
Thanks for choosing TK Auto Services. We're here because of you.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
Back here at John Glenn High School, where the Riverview Black Bears and the John Glenn Muskies are both approaching the field. And in a moment of solidarity here, the Black Bears are walking out on the field, arms crossed 2 by 2. And the Muskies come out holding the jersey of Dylan Sutherdan. Number 53, left tackle for the John Glenn Muskies. Teams will meet at the 50-yard line. Both coaching staffs present.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight's game, we ask that you please give your undivided attention at center field. On Wednesday of this week, one of our student athletes, Dylan Sutherdan, was seriously injured in an automobile accident. And we are heartbroken to share to our East Muskingum family that Dylan passed away this afternoon. Dylan had elected to be an organ donor, and he will now go on to save the lives of those in need. Dylan was a valued member of our schools, our agricultural community, and the John Glenn High School athletic program. Our thoughts are with the Sutherdan, Heron, and all of his extended family during this very difficult time. At this time, we ask that you join us in a moment of silence to send strength and support to his family as they grieve their loss. Thank you. Let's continue to keep Dylan and his family in our thoughts and prayers throughout this evening.
Well, Richard, we talked at the pregame with athletic director Michael Dunlap how, you know, football is very secondary tonight, and I think tonight's a night that people needed to be gathered in one place, and people need to talk and people need to be together, and we're going to probably see a lot of that tonight. A lot of heavy hearts tonight, a lot of 53 jerseys with Sutherdan on their backs in the crowd tonight.
Yeah, Mike, well said, and I'll tell you, the East Muskingum community is a close-knit community, and they will reach out and provide support like no other, and it's just a tragic loss. And these young men are experiencing a lot of emotions tonight, but they will find a way to play a football game on behalf of one of their brothers who, you know, last week was with them. And unfortunately, you know, things happen, and it's just a tragic loss.
So the officials come to midfield, and there are 12 minutes on the clock. We have 6:58. We're going to get together. It's a large crowd here tonight, very large crowd. As we said, beautiful weather conditions, and you know, words really can't describe what's going on here right now. There's just a different type of feel here tonight at John Glenn High School, and I must admit, this is the most difficult. I've been doing this for 19 years. This is the most difficult broadcast that I have experienced in my 19 years. So now two teams going to get ready for kickoff, and after all that, they're going to strap it up and kick kick this thing off, and the pads will be cracking here shortly. Muskies tonight will start Owen Edwards at quarterback. Running back will be Reese Metzger. Receiver Jensen Perry. Ryder Pennington also receiver. Max Morrow. Reed Howard rounds out the receiving core for the Muskies. Left tackle will be Kean Barton. Left guard will be Drew White. Owen Abels will be the center. Landon Cornelius will be the right guard. And Rowdy Zemba will be the right tackle. So to kick it off tonight for Riverview will be Cameron Mobley. He's a senior, 170-pounder. Right footer, lines are up. Back deep for the Muskies, Reese Metzger. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to be handled by, and that was Connor Shoemake, who had a slight fumble there, though, Richard, but he's able to pick it up and get the positive yards out to the 31-yard line. So we've been alerted to this first play here for John Glenn. They're going to send 10 guys out on the field, and they will be missing a left tackle, but the jersey of left tackle Dylan Sutherdan will be laid on the field in the position that he played. Muskies will take the delay game penalty. And Riverview declines the penalty. And John Glenn will send in 4 new guys. John Glenn's going through some injuries right now. And a lot of Dylan Sutherland's good friends who are injured tonight may not play tonight, but they wanted to be on the field for that first play. So an emotional start to this one for sure.
Yeah, no question, but just a sign of respect and sadness all rolled into one. So here we go for the first official offensive play.
So here we go. Edwards with the sidecar. Reese Metzger pitches it to Metzger to the right. Nice block there by Morrow on the outside, and that's a big pickup there for Reese Metzger. That's a pickup of 12. That'll give the Muskies a first down. Ball out to the ball out to the John Glenn 43-yard line.
And like you said in pregame, Mike, I think that John Glenn's going to work real hard to establish the running game tonight, something they've struggled with the last couple weeks. So, that's an indication. I think they're going to try to run the football and establish the run first.
Yes, they definitely want to do that. Riverview's a team, that has struggled in recent years. If they can establish the run game and put the fork in them early, that's exactly what they want to do. So second down play here. This time, Edwards in the pistol. Metzger behind him. Hand off to Metzger. Metzger cuts it back. He's got a big lane. Nice move there by number 8. Reese Metzger all the way down inside Riverview territory to the 30-yard line. And that's a big play of 27 yards there for Reese Metzger. Just a minute in here at New Concord. Mike Snively, Richard Hall. Week 8 already here in the football season in Ohio. Muskies break the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left, 2 backs. This was handed off to Dominic Bates. Bates has a bunch of room out there. He's inside the 15-yard line, down to the 11-yard line. Dominic Bates, number 29. He's a senior. He's a 6-footer, 175-pounder. So it's going to be, it looks like first and goal right at the 10. So they've taken the chains away, Richard, and it's going to be a first and goal situation.
Yeah, I would think that John Glenn will keep it on the ground. They've had great success with their first 3 running plays, so I expect a little bit of the same.
Almost looks like Edwards going to go under center here. You don't see a lot of that anymore. But hands it off, little stretch play to the right. Metzger gets loose, and he's going to be in for the 10-yard touchdown. Touchdown, John Glenn Muskies on their initial drive. 6-0. John Glenn, Reese Metzger with a 6-yard touchdown run. Metzger, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry about that. Good execution right there by the Muskies. Great blocking up front to spring him for the 10-yard touchdown.
So on the kick, the extra point for the Muskies will be number 22, and that's going to be, well, we don't have a 22 on the roster. And we don't have a 22 in the starting lineup. So it's a possibility a soccer kid was called up. And right down the middle, so that will give John Glenn a 7-0 lead. So with 10 minutes, exactly 10 minutes, John Glenn leads Riverview 10-0. You're watching MVL football. We'll be back.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
Back here to John Glenn, we just got word the extra point kicker tonight is James Oriole. Max Morrow on the kick for the Muskies. A hard line drive, and this ball is going to take a wild bounce, and that's probably going to be called for a touchback, and it is. It's a hard kickoff to handle there, Richard. You put that much mustard on it.
Really was, and then, of course, when it hits the turf, it just went into the end zone for the touchback. But, you know, John Glenn really needs to come out and establish themselves defensively early in this game. They had trouble the last couple weeks, especially last week, stopping the run. So yes. I'm sure that's been a point of emphasis this week in practice. For the John Glenn defensive line to you know, close the gaps and stop the run and you know, tackle on first contact rather than linebackers and defensive backs having to make that many tackles.
Well, they forgot to get the football, Richard. The ball's sitting about 7 yards deep in the end zone. That kickoff brought to you by Valentine Insurance. Now gets thrown off. The ball boys are slacking over there. The ball gets thrown to the fence, and we're going to begin play. So here comes Riverview. High snap there, taken by freshman, and that's the lefty. He just throws it away. That's freshman Xavier Shantz, just a freshman we mentioned, and he got a bad start with a snap that was pretty high. Threw it away, may have gotten away with intentional grounding, but play on. So 2nd and 10. First downs tonight brought to you by the Bicon Services. Riverview subbing 2-3 players his first drive. Darkness settling in here in New Concord. 7-0. John Glenn leads the Riverview Black Bears early in this first quarter. Snap and nothing doing there for Riverview. And a quick stop there by Devin Doherty was the running back, and that was, I believe, Landon Cornelius, the junior, 6'1", 235 pounds, stopped the Riverview running back for a loss of 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 12. Shotgun again for the Black Bears. Pretty wide splits for Riverview, who's in all white tonight. And knocked down by number 25. That was Cyron Arrington, who batted the Shaw's pass down. And that was a quick 3-and-out there for the Riverview Black Bears. And that's what the John Glenn Muskies needed in terms of a defensive start, was a quick 3-and-out, Richard.
Really was. Sean's had no time for that play to even develop, and, good defensive play by the Muskies to hold them to 3-and-out.
Cameron Mobley on the punt for the Black Bears. Metzger and Shoemate back for the Muskies. Low punt. Things just buzzing around there, and number 21, Denondarty, falls on the punt, and that will give John Glenn great field position on the Riverview 46-yard line.
That's one of those punts you just want to stay away from, because it's so wacky that you don't even want to try to field it. You just want to stay away from it until it becomes a dead ball and bring your offense out and then try to execute. But
can be dangerous. Can be dangerous.
Bad things happen when you try to catch those.
Exactly. So here come the Muskies. Owen Edwards, the senior. Yet to throw a pass tonight. Second drive for the Muskies. Edwards takes the snap, fakes it, keeps it. Little read option, and he's going to be close to a first down. He's going to give him 9 yards on that first down carry for Owen Edwards. Xavier Shantz and Hunter White on the tackle for the Black Bears.
2nd and 1 for the Muskies.
Riverview next week will go to Morgan. Imagine that trip, Riverview to Morgan. That's got to be the longest trip in MVL, I would think.
It's a long trip and a great facility, though. When they get there, it's going to be nice.
It will.
Just gonna
you
be
were
a
down
trip.
there. You were down there recently, weren't you?
Down there last week.
That's what I thought. So Owen Edwards takes the snap, throws it back. Ryder Pennington catches it. And that's a nice play there by the Bears defensive back, Jeremiah Kaku. Very nice play there by Kaku, but that's enough for a Valentine Insurance first down to Ryder Pennington. Pennington, a senior, 2-year letter winner in the previous year, seemed to be a 3-year letter winner for this John Glenn football team. Pistol formation with Edwards. Set behind him, Reese Metzger. Pass out after the fake to Metzger. Pass complete on a quick bubble screen out there to number 3. That's Reed Howard, the sophomore, on the catch. Xavier Shantz on the tackle. Seems to be on a lot of tackles so far. And that's Reed Howard. That's just his 3rd catch of the night. He has 60 yards on the year, but he looked like a very experienced veteran receiver on that play. 2nd down and 8, he picked up 8. 2nd and long, we'd say long 1 for the Muskies. Metzger to the right. Delayed handoff, counter play. Metzger jukes, he jives, gets flipped up, taken down. And that's probably going to be enough, though, for the John Glenn. That's going to be a Valentine Insurance first down, Bicon service, first down. So 7:22 here in the first quarter. Emotional night here in John Glenn. John Glenn leads Riverview 7-0 with 7:12 clock ticking in the first quarter. Muskies 1 yard outside that J&M Electric red zone. 2 running backs in the backfield. Pitch out to Metzger. Metzger makes a great move to the left, another great move to the left. He's going to be inside the 10-yard line, just inside the 15-yard line. And that's going to be about a 9-yard gain for Reese Metzger. So they are now, John Glenn now in the J&M Electric red zone. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Dominic Bates acting as the fullback behind the right and left guard. Motion to the right from Perry. Hand off to Metzger. He's going to have enough for the first down. It's another Bicon Services first down. And we're going to have an and goal situation again. Very similar to the first drive, just inside the 10 this time.
Yeah, the offensive line's doing a really nice job opening up the holes for Reese Metzger. 6 carries thus far, unofficially 63 yards.
I like watching Reese run. He's fluid. He moves well. You and I try to do that, Richard. We're probably not having some ACL trouble right there. Try to make those moves. Good running back though here. This time, Dominic Bates set up as a fullback between the left and right tackle. Shoemate in the backfield as well. And that's going to be Metzger again. He gets just a couple, but he's brought down by number 22 for the Bears. That's Xavier Shantz. Saying his name a lot. That's a freshman. That's a freshman. And Hunter White also on that tackle for the Black Bears.
2nd and 7 for the Muskies.
Right about 5 minutes here in the first quarter. Mike Snively and Richard Hall. Week 8. 3-4 John Glenn facing off with the 0-7 Riverview Black Bears. Snap, rolls to his left. Owens, and a wide open Ryder Pennington. That's an 8-yard touchdown pass from Owen Edwards to Ryder Pennington. That's going to make the score 13-0. Advantage John Glenn. As the John Glenn fight song is playing in the background, James Oriole. We've got a official name for he's wearing number 22 tonight. On the kick, the right footer gets it up, kicks it into the back of the net. It's good. So with 4:45 left here in the first quarter at John Glenn leads Riverview 14-0. You're watching MBL football on YRPtv. We'll be back.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system. And we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
Back to John Glenn. We have yet another correction on the place kicker, the extra point kicker. That's Oriole Uri, number 22 for the John Glenn Muskies, and he's put it right down the middle both times. Max Morrow kicks it off here. Go up in the air, in between players here, fielded by Riverview. And it's going to get out, and that's a hit there. That's Jensen Perry, who put a lick on number 21 for Riverview on that return. That was Denham Doherty.
So, I'm sorry, Mike. If you're Riverview, want to put together a drive here, just try to establish, try to get something going on offense, and if nothing else, try to put a couple first downs together to at least keep the football out of the hands of the John Glenn Muskies.
They definitely need some type of confidence boost here. That first drive was not pretty. They just lost 3 yards on 3 plays. So back at it again for the Bears. Xavier Shantz hands the ball off to number 17, and that's Cole Smith, just a sophomore. And that's a positive gain there for Riverview. Pickup of about 5. Shoemate on the stop for the John Glenn Muskies. So 2nd and 5, much more manageable, Richard. Just a rough start on that first drive. They want to put together drives, take time off the clock. They just got to get positive plays.
Yeah, that was a good play right there. The offensive line did a great job of, opening up a hole there for Cole Smith for a positive gain of 5 yards.
So Smith, the running back. Shantz takes the snap, holds it, hands it again, and that's going to be enough for a Bicon Services first down. Cole Smith picks up 6, and the chains move. First down, Black Bears. 3:52 here in the first quarter.
2 really nice running plays by the Black Bears there.
I saw some good blocking there, too.
Yeah, did a nice job, and then Cole Smith did a nice job finding the hole to pick up positive yardage both times. 2 carries, 11 yards for Cole Smith, so offensive line's done a nice job the last couple of plays.
Cole Smith listed on the roster as a quarterback, but he is running the tailback position tonight. And in front of him is the freshman, Xavier Shantz. Smith again, this time the Muskies are there, and they're there in a hurry. Connor Shoemate, and not be number 58, Nolan Sowers, there to plug up that hole quickly.
Lost a yard on that one, Mike.
Yeah, 2nd and 11 there for the Riverview Black Bears. Temperature starting to dip down a little bit. I can feel a little cool air coming through the windows here in the press box. But we have comfortable seating up here, Richard. Our backsides are going to stay warm. Shantz deep, throws it and just gets it away. A lot of pressure there by Dominic Bates. And Shantz was lucky to get rid of that one. The southpaw almost fumbled it, but managed to throw it in the direction of number 8, Braden Carpenter. So no harm, no foul, 3rd and 11. Black and gold. Mentioned earlier in the pregame about previous seasons for Riverview. They've made the playoffs 2 years. They're 0-2 in the playoffs. One of those losses was in the late 90s at Newark to Zanesville. They played in Newark. Zanesville beat them pretty handily in the late 90s at Newark. This could be a double pass, and it is. And it was designed pretty well, but it was incomplete. That was number 3, Jeremiah Kaku. Tried to hit Hayden Spinks on the double pass, and just out of the outstretched arms of Spinks to catch that ball. So the Bears will bring the punt team back out. 4th down at the at their own 37-yard line. Cameron Mobley, the senior, will come in to punt. Metzger and Shoemake, the tandem back for the punt return.
I like the creativity of that play, though, Mike. Nothing to lose, and they almost pulled off a big play right there.
I like it. And this one's blocked, and I believe it's blocked by number 20, and they kick it. Number 25, Tyron Arrington, blocked it, and I think it's going to be illegal touching by the Riverview kicker, because the Riverview kicker did all he could do to save a touchdown. He just put the boot to it, put it through the fence, and knocked it out of bounds. That's an illegal touch. And that's exactly what they call. So regardless, it's going to be John Glenn football deep in Riverview territory. That's all you can do there, Richard. I mean, Hunter got it blocked. Luckily, it wasn't returned for a touchdown. And he just knocked it out of bounds because it was a 2-on-1 situation, and 2's got a better chance than 1 at it.
You don't see that very often.
No, you do not. So John Glenn on their 3rd straight drive is going to get an and goal situation just inside the 10-yard line. 2:21 left here in the first quarter in New Concord.
Muskies from the 5.
Owen Edwards takes a snap, hands it to Metzger. Metzger dances up inside to about the 4. And that's a touchdown. That's an 8-yard touchdown run for Reese Metzger. So that's his second touchdown on the evening. And that's going to give the Muskies a 20-0 lead. So Oriole Uri, the right footer, number 22, looking to go 3 for 3 on his extra points. Owen Edwards on the hold. And it is good. So with 2:14 left in the first quarter, John Glenn leads Riverview 21-0. You're listening to MVL Football on YRPtv.
Founded in 1987 with hard work, dedication, and a commitment to quality, the Zemba Companies has grown from a small family operation into a trusted leader in excavation, trucking, concrete, and environmental services. Built on a foundation of safety, respect, accountability, teamwork, loyalty, and grit, the Zemba Companies continues to evolve while staying true to our core values, always putting people and service first. Whatever the job, our team is here to help you simply just do. Call us today at 740-452-1880 or visit our website at www.zembacompanies.com.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
Back to New Concord, Mike Snively and Richard Hall. Want to mention we'll be picking a player, Lock Knife Pizza Player of the Game for John Glenn. And I think we already may have somebody in mind for this award. Morrow's kick, fielded by number 7, Jay Fox. And he is going to be slammed down. And I tell you what, Kyron Arrington, he came to play football tonight. He's been in on about every other tackle and a block punt just recently. So just a junior. So here come the Black Bears, going to try it again. 2:09 in the first quarter. That's a Surgeon Construction scoreboard update. Our instant replay tonight are brought to you by High Street Seneca. And any touchdown tonight scored, the touchdowns are brought to you by the Kemp Insurance Agency. So the Black Bears this time with 2 running backs in the backfield. And that's the tailback. That's a new runner, and I believe that was 21, Denon Doherty, the ball carrier. The junior picked with a nice gain on first down. Picked up 8 on that carry. That's the Bears' longest run of the evening. We'll get you guys some updates out there from some local games throughout the area. The Ceramics. Crooksville Ceramics lead Coshocton 13-0. No score in that West End and Maysville game. It's still in the first quarter. Handoff this time and stuffed there by Max Morrow. That was Darty again on the carry. Darty was the initial contact there for the Muskies. So goes from 2nd and 1, Richard, to 3rd and a long 4. Looking at some more scores tonight. Tri-Valley leads Philo in the first quarter 7-6. Barnesville and Lindsley deadlocked at 7. Caldwell leads Shadyside 7-0. Sheridan leads Morgan 14-7. Martins Ferry leads Cambridge 15-0. 3rd and 4. Sean's back to pass, and he throws it right to number 23, August Camp. So the freshman intercepted by August Camp, the junior, and that's going to give John Glenn great field position again. That's one thing that's not happened tonight. John Glenn really hasn't had any bad field position, Richard.
No, they haven't. And when you have that, the playbook's wide open, and they've established the run with Reese Metzger and done a great job up front, creating holes for Reese Metzger. He knows what to do with the football when there's space.
He definitely does. So here comes the maroon and white offense of the Muskies. Metzger behind Edwards, who's in the pistol. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Owen claps his hands. Gives the reverse to Bent Jensen Perry. Perry makes 2 guys miss. He makes 3 guys miss, and Perry's going to have a first down, and he's moving. Sophomore gets tackled out near the Riverview band, but that's a big play by the sophomore, Jensen Perry. And that'll be a Bicon first down. Ball down to the 15-yard line. Perry looked like he was in trouble right off the bat, but he was able to avoid the Riverview defenders.
Yeah, he sure did. Big gain there for Perry. To the outside, made 3 guys miss. Picked up a big gain there.
So Perry, who went out of bounds, is going to stop the clock in the first quarter, 22 seconds. Dominic Bates back in. Offset. Fullback position here. And he gets the carry. Bates is probably going to get tackled by the face mask, and there's going to get called there. It's going to be a personal foul. Sometimes that happens, Richard. If you're playing defense, you're playing hard, you just reach, trying to make a play, and you get a hold of the face mask, and that's exactly what happened. Dominic Bates was face mask. That'll be a personal foul, face mask. So that's going to be half the distance to the goal. It's going to take it down to the 8-yard line. That's a familiar yard line there. I think the ball, the last 3 drives has been at the 8-yard line almost every time.
Sure has, and we're probably going to see a big dose of Reese Metzger there.
So it's going to be first and goal again, and I think Coach Edwards is probably going to let this clock run out because he said, yeah, let's bring it over to the sidelines. So that's going to end the first quarter here for New Concord. After 1 quarter of play here, John Glenn leads Riverview 21-0. You're watching NBL football on YRPtv.
I'm Ted from TK Auto Service at 2303 Glen Highway.
And I'm Julie. We've been in business for 26 years, proudly serving this community with reliable and trustworthy auto services.
Our customers are like family, and we are committed to keeping your vehicle running smoothly.
Whether it's a quick oil change or a major repair, we're here for you. We appreciate your trust and support.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram to stay updated and connected.
Thanks for choosing TK Auto Services. We're here because of you.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
Back to action here at New Concord. Mike Snively, Richard Hall. Week 8 football in the MVL. John Glenn leads Riverview 21-0. And it's my pleasure to read we already have a Lock 9 player of the game. Tonight's Lock 9 player of the game is going to be Dylan Sutherdan. And I'm going to hand this certificate to Coach Edwards. And he's going to do with this what he wants. But tonight's player of the game is going to be Dylan Sutherdan. Edwards in the gun. Straight drop. Has a wide open Dominic Bates. And that's going to be an 8-yard touchdown catch. Owen Edwards to Dominic Bates, and that's as open as you can get there, Richard.
Yeah, he was wide open, came out to the left side, no one went with him, and Owen Edwards spotted him right away, gave him a nice pass for an 8-yard touchdown.
I doubt Owen's thrown an easier touchdown pass in his career. I think Owen wishes it were that easy most of the time, and it's not that easy for anybody, really. That's just a tough, or an easy pass there. And a lot of miscommunication there in that Riverview secondary. So Uri on the kick, and it's short. I think it's short. He just missed it.
PAT is no good.
PAT no good there by Yuri. But that was a Kemp Insurance touchdown, but we're going to take a break here again. 27-0. John Glenn leads Riverview. You're watching MVL football on YRPtv.
Grand opening alert! Join us at Treasure Hunt Bin Store, located at 148 Glen Highway in Cambridge, right across from West 40 by Pay Year. We're open Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hunt through bins full of brand new top brand items, from clothes and shoes to house goods and more. Don't miss out on $10 Halloween costumes and exciting Amazon mystery boxes packed with surprises. Treasure the hunt, love the finds. 148 Glen Highway, Cambridge. See you this weekend.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
Back to action here. Valentine Insurance kickoff. Max Morrow. Denham Darty picks it up at the 21-yard line. Great coverage there. And guess the kicker, Max Morrow, with the lick. And he's going to be, his forward progress was stopped right at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, very good special team play by the Muskies there to limit that yardage on the kick return. Now, if you're Riverview, you got to try to put something together.
You got to do it again, right? You got to keep going out there and keep trying. You know, every year I think I'm going to get more organized, and I look around, I got papers everywhere. Absolutely everywhere.
Well, I do that too, just so you feel comfortable. I have stuff everywhere.
I feel at home, Richard. So this time the Black Bears will get the ball at their own 24-yard line. Shantz is in the shotgun. Trip receivers to the left. Shantz, the lefty, throws it down the field. He's got an open receiver. That's a nice catch and pass. That was number 23, Cameron Mobley. That's a pickup of 20. 20-yard pickup there from Shantz to Mobley. First down, big play there for the Black Bears.
That's the first completion for the Black Bears this evening.
And I think the line did a good job of going low, just trying to not necessarily go mano-a-mano with that John Glenn D line. They went low and cut him a little bit and impeded the rush.
And bought him just enough time.
Yes.
To spot Mobley.
So same formation. Maybe the same play. We got a flag here, though. Same play. It was the same play, and this time John Glenn was ready, but we got a flag. It's in the area of holding. Let's see what the white hat says here. Official steps out. Dead ball. We got chop, and there it was. I said it was an illegal chop block, so they didn't catch it the first time, but it looked like the entire line in that long 20-yard pass kind of went low. But you can't have one guy going low and one guy going high. So that's going to be personal foul, chop block. And was it declined? It was declined. You don't see that very often. So 2nd and 10, Riverview. Trip receivers to the left. I believe they're missing a player. Looks like there's 10 out on the field for Riverview. Hand off to Darty. Darty plows ahead for about 3. Darty puts his head down and runs.
He does. He does run hard.
But I do think Riverview was missing a play. They had trip receivers to the left, one running back, one quarterback, no tight ends. They should have had a receiver probably to the right. Now they sub in 4 players now sub in. Now they may have too many. Let's see how many, see if somebody runs off or No, nobody ran off. Maybe.
I didn't see anybody come off.
No.
It'll be interesting.
So 3rd down and 7. They have too many, and there's the illegal substitution that they let go. So trips to the left, single receiver to the right, and John Glenn is going to jump offside. Nice hard count there by Shantz. Shantz went on 2, so to speak, and John Glenn's D-line went on 1.
Yeah, if John Glenn would have been patient, the play clock was about to expire.
Of course, everybody in the crowd watched the ball because nobody in this crowd jumped off sides or made a mistake. You know how that goes.
That's right.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 2 for the Black Bears. Riverview has pretty decent size up front. Shantz is in the gun. Daugherty behind. Daugherty's going to pick up a 1st down, carrying that ball in the left hand. And there's a fumble late. He got a lick put on him, but he fumbled it out of bounds. Ball was recovered by August Camp, but like I said, fumbled it out of bounds. 9:40 left here in the 2nd quarter. And Riverview's got them a nice little drive here, Richard. That's another Bicon Services 1st down for the Bears.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. The offensive line has done a nice job of creating just enough space to pick up some positive yards on the run. And, of course, we did have the big pass play of 20 yards to get this drive started.
So the Bears knocking on the door here on the John Glenn 39-yard line. They've run this formation every play on this drive. Trips left, single receiver to the right, pistol. This time Shantz keeps it on the fake, and he's going to get a few yards here. He picked up about 6 on that carry. So the freshman, Xavier Shantz. Only 3 freshmen on the roster. So I'll give him 5 there. Hope you don't have to get your eraser out. I see you got a pen. You must be confident.
I write late based on what I hear and what I think I can count.
I got a buddy I used to teach with, Mel Pursuit. You probably know Mel. And he would do the New York Times crossword in a pen. That's how confident he was. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And he was right on a lot of them. Here we go, seeing that same formation. Shantz, the lefty, he had some room to run. He's going to throw it, and he's got a wide open receiver. And that's going to get inside the 10-yard line, inside the 7-yard line. That's number 23, Cameron Mobley, on the catch. So the freshman to the senior. Shantz did a good job of buying himself some extra time. At one point, I thought he was going to run that ball to the right, but he let some things develop back there in that secondary, and he hits a big one down to Cameron Mobley, down to the John Glenn 7-yard line. 1st and goal at the 7 for Riverview. Riverview's going to have to call a timeout. That's a Zemba Companies timeout. All timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Zemba Companies, and we're going to take it with them. With 8:40 left here in the 2nd quarter, John Glenn leads Riverview 27-0. You're watching MVL football on YRPtv.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
Back to John Glenn here in New Concord. That was a timeout called by the first timeout called by either team tonight. All timeouts tonight brought to you by the Zemba Companies. Riverview inside the 10-yard line. Their best drive by far of the game. Hand off to Daugherty, nothing doing up the middle. Kind of looked like got a little extra push there from a couple extra black bears on the way. We'll give him one there. So Denham with the 1 yard carry, 2nd and 6, 2nd and goal from the 6. The Bears in the J&M Electric red zone. About halfway through this second quarter. Once again, our Lock 9 Pizza player of the game tonight goes to Dylan Sutherdan. And I'm probably going to mention that a couple more times. Dylan Sutherdan, our Lock 9 Pizza player of the game. So 2nd and goal, just outside the 5 yard line. Fake, and that's a great catch. And I believe that was a Cameron Mobley in the left corner of the end zone for a touchdown. So a nice touchdown pass from a 5 yard touchdown pass from Xavier Shantz to Cameron Mobley. And that'll cut that John Glenn lead from 27 to 6. So now a 21-point game. That's Riverview's 2nd touchdown this season. They scored a touchdown last week against Tri-Valley. Cameron Mobley on the kick. Kick is up and kick is high, and it is good. So with 7:43 left here in the second quarter, John Glenn leads Riverview 27-7. You're watching MVL football on YRPtv.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
Back here live at New Concord. The Bears get on the board. They trail John Glenn 27-7. Valentine kickoff. Down to Reese Metzger. Metzger's got some room here. He's dangerous, and he brings that thing all the way out to the 39-yard line before he's brought down by Cole Smith, the sophomore. So John Glenn will come out, take over. 1st and 10 from, it looks like they spotted the ball at the 39-yard line.
Mike, that last possession by Riverview was really good execution. Just a nice job.
It was.
Just a nice job on offense. You know, Cameron Mobley on that drive, 3 catches for a total of 44 yards.
Wow.
And then the 6-yard touchdown catch. So
well, you could see the enthusiasm after that touchdown. I mean, that's an accomplishment for this team. They're making strides, and back-to-back weeks they've scored some touchdowns. So good things coming here from the Bears. Edwards hits it out to Pennington. Pennington's got the first down. He's got 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, about a 40-yard pickup there. Owen Edwards on the quick screen over there to Ryder Pennington. So just like that, the Muskies strike back, but we have a flag on the John Glenn sideline, and everybody's moving back. So I'm going to assume somebody was holding, and that's exactly what it was, holding on the Muskies. So that's going to bring that thing back, and it's going to be a 1st and 15. So all that for naught.
And that was great execution on that play, and to have a hold there is really disappointing for the Muskies.
Yeah, but Owen Edward took the snap, zipped it right out there to Ryder Rock to the left. And Ryder took off and showed some really good wheels there, heading down that John Glenn sideline, but it's coming back. We're going to have about we'll call it 1st and 14. So right back up to the line of scrimmage come the Muskies with 7:22 left here in the first half. Screen set up here to Metzger. Metzger cuts left, cuts right, cuts back to his left again. He got some space, and he's going to pick up a first down. That's an 18-yard screen pass from Owen Edwards to Reese Metzger. First down, John Glenn. That's a Bicon Services first down. Under 7 minutes here in New Concord. 27-7, 20-point advantage here for the John Glenn Muskies. Edwards takes the snap. 5-step drop. Throws it in the air for Pennington. I think Pennington came down with it. He absolutely came down with it inside the 10-yard line. That was well covered, Richard.
It really was.
But Ryder Rock took it away from the defender, so big pass play there for Ryder Pennington and the Muskies, so they now enter the red zone again. That's the J&M Electric red zone.
First and goal, Muskies, 9.
So John Glenn will have an and goal situation here again. Just inside the 10. Two running backs, Dominic Bates, Reese Metzger. Quarterback, Owen Edwards. Edwards this time fakes to both. He's going to keep it himself. He's inside the 5. He's down to the 2, the 1. I didn't get a signal here yet. Touchdown. Yes, we got a signal clear down here on the right side where we couldn't see him. So Owen Edwards with a 9-yard touchdown run. And that's going to extend the lead to 33-7 for the Little Muskies.
Holding is Owen Edwards.
Edwards now gets to hold it for Oriole Uri, number 22. Right footer came up short, just short on his last one. Get this one up, and this one might be to the left. Or short again. I think it was short again, so just missed it. PAT no good, but John Glenn extends their lead again, 33-7 with 6:06 left in the second quarter. You are watching MVL football on YRPtv.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of a guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Here we are back in New Concord. John Glenn extends their lead to 33-7. 6:06 left in the second quarter. Mike Snively, Richard Hall. Another good boot there by Max Morrow. Fielded at the 10 for the Bears. But it looks like number 3, Jeremiah Kaku, with a good return to the right. And he gets it past midfield to the John Glenn 49-yard line. So the Riverview Black Bears strike right back. Richard playing on a little bit of momentum right now.
They're playing with a lot of excitement, Mike. They're having fun right now. You can see in their eyes that they feel like they're improving as a football team and having some success tonight. And just by the emotions on their sideline, they're enjoying this thing so far. They'd obviously like to have the score a little closer, but they're having positive plays.
They are. So, like I said, inside John Glenn territory again at the 49-yard line. So here come the Black Bears. Motion. Fake, and that's a fumble. And I think Shantz was able to recover that thing. There was a mishandle of the exchange of the jet sweep with Hayden Spinks. And that's going to be a loss of 6 on the play. Second 16 for Riverview. Looking at the flag tonight, no wind. That's a good thing when it's chilly at night.
Yeah, even though it's a little cool, it's not. It's still pleasant. It's a pleasant night.
It is great. Nice night for my heat to go out last night. Had to get her fixed today. Set that thing at 68, 69. Got up, it was 3 in the morning at 64. I thought, uh-oh. But a good man takes good care of me. Had it fixed by the time I got home from school today. We got another timeout here, so this will be a Zemba Company timeout. We're going to take it with them. John Glenn leads Riverview 33-7. You're listening, or you're watching MVL football.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
Back here in New Concord, we just went through Riverview's second timeout in the half, a Zemba Company timeout.
Yeah, probably a good timeout by Riverview. They're just a little bit disorganized there right before the snap. So
don't want to lose that mo. So Riverview comes out with trips left, single receiver to the right, pistol formation, Shantz and Denham in the backfield. Shantz takes the snap, quick throw out here to 3. 3-on-3 crime out here. Reed Howard making the stop, number 3, on Jeremiah Kaku. Gain of about 5 for the Black Bears, so that'll bring up second. Should be third down. Down marker says second, so it should be 3rd and 12. Maybe 13 now. They keep backing it up. Let's see if they change the down marker here. Want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Riverview breaks the huddle. Yep, the down marker has just been changed. So the trips head to the right this time, the single receivers to the left. And they probably, well, they got the play off, and then this time we got a fumble. And Riverview just got that play off before the play clock went dead. And I believe, oh boy, Xavier Shantz is down. And he's holding his knee. Let's see how Shantz does. Like I said, just a freshman, young kid, but under a lot of pressure. And Riverview is going to jog off the field, as is John Glenn, to take a little bit of a break. Let me go over our sponsors here while we have some time. I want to thank our great sponsors tonight. We have Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Hallwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford, Lincoln Nissan, Sue Snowdy State Farm, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Treasure Hunt Bin Store, Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Chandler Funeral Home, Farmers and Merchants Bank, and C&K Muffler and Brake. That being said, Xavier Shantz is going to get help off the field. He can't put any weight on his left leg. So that's probably not a good sign in terms of an injury. So you're probably looking at an ankle or knee. So let's see who the Bears bring in the quarterback. Shantz, just a freshman, came in, played hard.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay, because he's had a nice night so far for the Black Bears. And just hopefully hope that's not a serious injury.
Right. So 4th down, they're going to be punting it away. Cameron Mobley back in punt formation. Metzger, Shoemake back for the John Glenn Muskies. Snap is good. Punt is a line drive, but it gets a ton of roll, and that's a good punt because you can't return something like that. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's a 37-yard punt right there. Quick math, and it can't be returned. So in high school football, you'll take that every time.
And if you're John Glenn, you just have to stay away from it. You don't even want to try to be near it because
it's going left and right.
You're not going to handle it. And
it was a line drive, fastball.
Yeah, only bad things happen there if you try to pick that up if you're John Glenn.
So John Glenn, offense, enters the field. They're going to have the ball at their own 29-yard line on the right hash. Trips to the left. Single receiver Howard to the right. Pistol formation for Edwards. Metzger behind him. Handoff to Metzger on the stretch to the left. Metzger's got some room. May have got a face mask there. Gets the first down yardage, and he picks up 13 yards. That's a big run there by Metzger. That's a Bicon Services first down. Denham Darty on the tackle there for the Riverview Black Bears.
Yeah, Reese Metzger having a nice night. 9 carries so far, 86 yards, unofficially.
No, that's official. That's official. You've been right on the money in the past, and you're very consistent. Whatever Richard Hall tells us tonight is the yardage, that's the yardage. Now, sometimes I screw up by 100 yards, so.
You're too kind.
First down for the Muskies. Edwards back, deep drop, another screen set up for Metzger. Metzger's got some space out here. He's down the sideline. I think he's going to take it to 10, the 5. That's a 58-yard touchdown pass from Owen Edwards to Reese Metzger. So beautiful setup on the screen. Edwards to Reese Metzger.
Attempt to PAT is Oro Yuri. Holding is Owen Edwards.
That puts the score 39-7, 3:31 left here in the second quarter at John Glenn. Edwards on the hold. I believe John Glenn's missing somebody on the field goal team or the extra point team here. They're going to line it up and do it anyway. Now I think they do have everybody. Somebody's hiding. Kick up by Yuri. This one is good. So with 3:31 left here, John Glenn leads 40-7 over Riverview. You're watching MBL football on YRPtv.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
Back here in New Concord, Max Morrow to kick it off for the Muskies. Mobley back deep for the Riverview Bears. Another good kick, and this thing's hard. But this is probably going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty on the kickoff for out of bounds.
Kickoff goes out of bounds.
So the Bears will take the penalty and get the ball at the 35, is it, Richard? We're going to find out.
Yes.
35-yard line. Every level's different. I do know the NFL football kickoff is one of the more confusing ones I've seen in a while. I know it hurt the Steelers one week. It might have cost them a game. I wasn't sour about that or anything.
I can tell.
So here come the Bears. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. And in the game at quarterback now, and this is Denham Doherty here on the run, is number 1, Knox Wilson, just a sophomore. Doherty was taken out of bounds violently by Camp. August Camp laid the wood over here to Denham Doherty. Clock still running, under 3 minutes. Heavy hearts here tonight in New Concord. John Glenn leads Riverview 40-7. Same formation here for the Black Bears. Once again, Knox Wilson now quarterbacking for the Bears. Low snap, gets it, and Camp is right there to take down Kaku. August Camp read that thing like a book. Thought for a second he was going to try and intercept it. Just a step late, so he just took down Kaku in a hurry. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for Riverview. Riverview will get the ball to start the second half. And if things do not change right now, we will be in a running clock situation for the second half. Trips left. Receiver's not too wide, and this time it's going to be a different quarterback, and that's just going to be a direct snap Wildcat with Cole Smith, another sophomore. So the 3rd quarterback we've seen in the first half tonight for the Bears, and they're going to send the punt team out to kick this thing away. It's going to be 4th and 10. That was a loss of 1 on that play.
Yeah, Dominic Bates did a good job of getting there in a hurry and making the tackle on Cole Smith.
Dominic Bates not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
No, he's always around the football.
Always is.
Does a good job.
So Cameron Mobley in, the senior, to punt it away. Shoemake and Metzger back. Here comes another spinner. And there goes that bounce we talked about. Metzger picks it up at the 18-yard line. He shakes and bakes. He's got space. He fumbles the ball, and it looks as if John Glenn did recover the football. So good hustle there by the punt team of chasing down Metzger, causing the fumble, but also heads up there by, was that, couldn't tell if that was Bain Morgan on the recovery or Jensen Perry. So John Glenn gets it back with 50.5 seconds left in the first half. Don't forget your ONN halftime show will be coming up at halftime. All kickoffs tonight brought to you by Valentine Insurance. And we've had quite a bit of kickoffs here. In fact, there's been 8 already. Edwards with 2 backs, hands it off to Bates. Bates, he picks up his first down. He's down to the 40, and that's going to be a Bicon first down for the John Glenn Muskies. Clock stops with just that play only took 9 seconds. John Glenn's going to get they called him out of bounds. Do we have a flag? Yeah, I guess there's the flag. I could not see the official standing in it. I look back, Richard, and Owen Edwards just standing 40 yards from everybody. He must have seen it right away. So the hold must have taken place around the first down. So because now it's 1st and 9. You don't see that very often. 41 seconds left before half. Howard in motion. Actually, Howard not in motion. Howard resetting. to the other side of the field. Hand off to Metzger. Metzger gets around the end. He's got a first down. He's got a Bicon Services first down. That'll stop the clock with 33 seconds. Cole Smith on the stop for the Black Bears. Ball inside Riverview territory now at the 45-yard line. Mike Snively and Richard Hall live here in New Concord. Clock running, 17 seconds. Edwards takes the snap, fakes it, keeps it, gets a couple blocks. He's inside about the 30, and he's going to be gang tackled by the Black Bears, and that's going to end the first half. So, at the end of the first half here, an emotional first half here from New Concord in MVL football play here tonight. John Glenn leads the Riverview Black Bears 40-7. We're going to start tabulating some statistics and going over some sponsors, and we have our O&M halftime show coming up here at halftime. So once again, halftime, John Glenn 40, Riverview 7. You are watching MVL football exclusively on YRPtv.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system. And we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's Halftime Report. This evening we'll talk some Licking County High School football and a coaching legend that hits a milestone this season with longtime reporter Brian Mays. That is next on the Ohio News Network.
Friday night Under the Lights reminds us teamwork, dedication, and community start in our schools. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wenson, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we are proud to sponsor tonight's game and even prouder to support our public schools. Whether it's touchdowns or textbooks, success starts with a strong foundation. From the classroom to the end zone, we believe in every student's potential because in Ohio, public education matters.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, There is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference. Right now, in every decision and every season.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We are joined for a few minutes this evening by Brian Mays, talking some Licking County area high school football tonight. And, Brian, let's start with Licking Valley. We're unbelievably, they are celebrating Coach Randy Boffman's 50th season coaching high school football. 50 years, my goodness, how much more does this guy have in the tank?
Well, I asked him that in the preseason, Skip, and thanks again for this opportunity. And he said, I just kind of take it day by day. I really don't have any plans moving forward. I still love it. Is it a grind? Yes, but he loves being around the team. The community truly supports him. I don't think he has any chance of wanting to slow down anytime soon, but then again, when you have a milestone like this, and if they get a run, if they capture the LCL championship, make a run in the region, there's probably the opportunity, but I'll tell you what, the Juicers are still going with Coach Boffman as we speak.
Well, Brian, why would you say his teams have had so much success over the years?
I think because he's adapting to the talent that he has. You have a lot of coaches that it's their style, this is how they're going to run things. Coach Boffman has done I formation. He's done spread. He's done different things with defenses. He's able to adapt to the talent that is provided him, and I think that's one reason that makes him so special. The other part of this is the kids, their parents, their grandparents have all bought into this system. And he's been able to make it to the state finals a couple of times, coming up a bit short. But when you've had that success at a small community like he's had in Hanover, where year in and year out, you're going to get the best from this team, I just think that once you get him part of the program, you're going to listen to this guy. You're going to believe in him. He's got your best interests at heart, and the trust factor is truly been there over these decades between the coach, his coaching staff, and the players and their families.
Well, more success so far for Licking Valley, 7-0 going into tonight, currently 5th in Division III in a very tough Region 11. What has stood out about this year's team?
It started last year, and they lost their second game of the season at home to West Muskingum in overtime. And since then, they have not lost one regular season contest. Their only loss between now and then was to defending state champ Watterson in the regionals last year. They believe in themselves. It's not a flashy team. It's not a team that's going to wow you with talent, but they know what they can do, and they do it very well. I've been to a couple of practices, and they just are so focused and so bought into what they do. And when you have a quarterback that they do in Brody Rogers, who is now in his junior season, he's been the quarterback since his sophomore year, it helps to have that leadership in place. And Skip, the other part of this that I think is interesting with tonight's game, he is 2 wins away from tying Ron Hinton for 6th all-time in Ohio coaching wins. And, of course, tonight his opponent, Keith Hinton, is Ron Hinton's nephew. The tree doesn't fall far here in coaching in Ohio.
All right, Brian, another team that you've seen a few times not far away over in Perry County is New Lexington. Still perfect at 7-0. They sit number 1 in Division IV, Region 15.
They really had a great season last year, but they had a pretty big loss in graduation, and folks were saying, well, maybe 6-4, 7-3 will be a good season. Well, they've hit the 7-win mark as we speak. Kevin Board has just done a tremendous job. And again, they've got so much talent, so many weapons on offense. They're just running over people right now. Now, they've got a huge matchup coming up with Sheridan in a couple weeks. That's going to be the telltale sign. But if this team continues to play like they are on both sides of the ball, just basically winning these games at halftime, that could be a very interesting region in Division IV, Region 15, because right now, no one is slowing down the Panthers.
Well, Brian, you've been doing this for a long time. Real quickly, what's been the reaction in your area in regards to the playoff field reducing from 16 to 12 teams in each region?
Most of the athletic directors have been for it, and most of the coaches understand it. Do they like that maybe additional postseason? 13 through 16 seeds they did. But in our case last year, Skip, where we had several Licking County schools that were in that range that had to do road trips, the games were not pretty. It really wasn't a fun way to end the season. But overall, 1 through 12, they're mostly in for it.
Brian Mays, thanks for hopping on. We love talking high school football with you, okay?
Always a pleasure, Skip. Take care.
And we'll be back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Reagan Schnipke from Elgin High School, for her commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
I love being a part of a team where we can work together in order to achieve our goals and win, obviously. I also like independent sports like cross country and track because they're individual and I like competing for myself.
Reagan brings that same winning attitude to FFA.
And I really like it and I learn a lot and it's a lot of good experience. Job interview taught me a bunch of stuff. And I'm also a student officer for FFA and it's taught me a lot with public speaking.
And maybe the greatest lessons are learned in agriculture.
Agriculture has brought many aspects to my life. It has taught me that teamwork, hard work, responsibility, time management, and determination is needed to succeed in life.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
This is ONN.
All right, thanks again to Brian Mays talking a little Licking County High School football with us this evening. We're unbelievably Licking Valley's Randy Boffman, again celebrating his 50th season coaching high school football. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Bex Hybrids from the Ohio News Network.
Founded in 1987 with hard work, dedication, and a commitment to quality, the Zemba Companies has grown from a small family operation into a trusted leader in excavation, trucking, concrete, and environmental services. Built on a foundation of safety, respect, accountability, teamwork, loyalty, and grit, the Zemba Companies continues to evolve while staying true to our core values, always putting people and service first. Whatever the job, our team is here to help you simply just do. Call us today at 740-452-1880 or visit our website at www.zembacompanies.com.
I'm Ted from TK Auto Service at 2303 Glen Highway.
And I'm Julie. We've been in business for 26 years, proudly serving this community with reliable and trustworthy auto services.
Our customers are like family, and we are committed to keeping your vehicle running smoothly.
Whether it's a quick oil change or a major repair, we're here for you. We appreciate your trust and support.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram to stay updated and connected.
Thanks for choosing TK Auto Services. We're here because of you.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
Grand opening alert! Join us at Treasure Hunt Bin Store, located at 148 Glen Highway in Cambridge, right across from West 40 by Pay Year. We're open Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hunt through bins full of brand new top brand items, from clothes and shoes to house goods and more. Don't miss out on $10 Halloween costumes and exciting Amazon mystery boxes packed with surprises. Treasure the hunt, love the finds. 148 Glen Highway, Cambridge. See you this weekend.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
Halftime here on the campus of John Glenn High School, where the John Glenn Muskies marching band performs for us, and they sound really, really good out there tonight, as did the Riverview Black Bears marching band. They sounded excellent as well. So 40-7, John Glenn leads Riverview in a emotional football game here in New Concord. I'm going to go over the scoring plays here, and then our professional statsman Richard Hall will go over the to the exact millimeter stats. So, first of all, Reese Metzger opened up scoring in the first quarter. And the Oriole Yuri extra point made it 7-0 early for the John Glenn Muskies. In fact, John Glenn scored on their first 3 drives. Second touchdown was a 8-yard touchdown pass from Owen Edwards to Ryder Pennington to make it 14-0. Reese Metzger had an 8-yard run for his second touchdown of the game. Make it a 21-0 score advantage for the Muskies. Then Dominic Bates caught a wide open touchdown pass from Owen Edwards from 8 yards out. The PAT there was no good. John Glenn went up 27-0. Then the Bears came down and got on a run there and had to put a nice drive together, and Cameron Mobley caught a pass from the freshman Xander Shantz. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass, and Mobley had the kick to make it 27-7. And then the last 2 scores in the half were by the Muskies, a 9-yard touchdown run from Owen Edwards to make it 33-7. And then the last scoring play of the half was Metzger's 3rd scoring touchdown of the night. Reese Metzger caught a screen pass and went 58 yards. So Owen Edwards to Reese Metzger to make it where we're at, 40-7. And now we are going to be in a running clock situation. But let's go to those stats over there, Richard.
We're going to start with the John Glenn Muskies. So far tonight, 166 yards on the ground, 15 carries. 10 carries for Reese Metzger for 101 yards to lead the Muskies thus far. Owen Edwards, 3 carries for 32 yards. Jensen Perry, 1 carry for 13, and Dominic Bates, 1 carry for 20. Owen Edwards has been perfect on the night, something we haven't talked about very much. 7 for 7 for 129 yards. Reese Metzger, 2 catches for 76 yards, and Ryder Pennington, 3 catches for 37 yards to lead the Muskies. On the other side, the Riverview Black Bears have 13 carries for 28 yards, 6 for 11 through the air for 45 yards. Carson Mobley, 3 catches for the 45 yards for the limited offense for the Riverview Black Bears. However, they did put a nice drive together to come away with the 7 points. And you could see that they're playing with a little more confidence. When I prepared for this game, there were some nights they just really struggled emotionally, I think, and just being down on not having quite the year they thought they would have and want to have. But seeing a lot of excitement out of the Black Bears tonight, they're having some success, and you can see they're enjoying playing the football game, even though they're behind. They're trying to work on small victories. They know that winning a football game this first year under head coach Tyler McKee is going to be difficult, so they're working on other phases of the game, just trying to improve. I'm sure they put a great emphasis on the weight room. When you look at their offense and defensive line, pretty good size out there. I think they have pieces to build with in the future. And when you put a football program together that's had the down years that Riverview's had, it's going to take some time. And they're seeing some signs of the work they've put in thus far. Putting 7 points up this week, 6 points last week. So the Riverview Black Bears are starting to see some positive things from all the hard work they've put in. Whether you're winning or not, Mike, the work's the same. So, for Riverview, they're just trying to continue to work to get better. And if you're John Glenn, you want to rebound from last week. Tough loss down at Morgan last week. And, Morgan, a really good football team. John Glenn had a really hard time stopping the run. John Glenn, you really need the game tonight with the 2 great opponents on week 9 and 10. John Glenn just wants to get back in the winning ways tonight.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind.
129 yards.
So that puts him well over 1,000 yards for the season through the air. So congratulations to Owen Edwards hitting that 1,000-yard plateau through the air. Let's look at some local scores here, talk about some of these games here. Third quarter score, Shenandoah's up over my alma mater, River, 12-0. Crooksville all over Coshocton at halftime, 34-0. Barnesville leads the Cadets, the Lindsley Cadets, private school down in Wheeling behind TJ Sports Garden there. Barnesville leads 14-7. Here I just had an update, so Fort Fry leads Marietta 28-0. Here we're 40-7, John Glenn over Riverview. Sheridan leads Morgan 21-7. Strasburg Tigers, they're 28-8 over the Buckeye Trail Warriors. Close one here at halftime. Tri-Valley 15. Philo, not sure who they played this week in terms of the injury situation of Philo, but Philo's a nice team. We all know Tri-Valley's traditionally really good, but Tri-Valley leads 15-12 at half. Monroe Central leading the Toronto Red Knights 14-7. Caldwell, the Redskins lead the Shadyside Tigers at halftime 21-0. Martins Ferry leads Cambridge 28-0. Watkins Memorial leads Zanesville 48-16. New Lexington all over Meadowbrook 49-6, and Meadowbrook really needed that win and to win out to get in the playoffs, so that's probably going to put a damp in the playoff hopes for the Colts. And last but not least, over in Southtown, Maysville leads West Muskingum 7-0. So the John Glenn Band wrapping it up here at halftime. Great performances by both squads. Riverview crosses the road. They enter the stadium, and it looks like John Glenn is on their way out, and they're going to get their 3-minute warm-up for the second half, which we will start under a running clock. Riverview will receive the ball to start the second half. So that being said, we'll be back. You're watching MVL football exclusively on YRPtv.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at DutrosAuto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
Back to New Concord on the campus of John Glenn High School. The YRPT exclusive game tonight. The John Glenn Muskies lead the Riverview Black Bears 40-7. Mike Snively, Richard Hall tonight on the call. And the producer of tonight's game, the architect Joel Lasigo, and the cameraman Mike Mitchell. Got a very good crew here tonight supporting me. I want to thank you, Richard, for being a good man and a professional, classy gentleman. I don't think I've ever heard one person say one negative thing about you.
Well, thanks, Mike. You probably not talked to very many people, but I'll take it. It's going to be an interesting football game here. It's going to wrap up pretty quick unless the Riverview Black Bears can go down and get a touchdown this first possession, because as you mentioned just before half, we will have a running clock tonight and for the second half.
And I imagine from John Glenn we're going to see a variety of players, so we're going to get our roster out. Coach Edwards played most of the first group players, although they do have some injuries tonight, but they played a lot of their first group players for that entire first half. And Riverview will receive the second half kickoff, the Valentine Insurance kickoff. John Glenn. Oh, okay, so they knocked this down to an 8-minute quarter, Richard. So it's going to be a running clock with 8 minutes, I assume.
I didn't realize that was an option.
I think you can do about anything you want nowadays, and there could be a lot of different reasons for that. And I mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention again, our Lock 9 Pizza Player of the Game, Dylan Sutherdan. Dylan Sutherdan, our Lock 9 Pizza Player of the Game. Max Morrow is going to tee it up here for the Muskies. Max has done an excellent job tonight kicking off. So we just got word that a large 50-50 pot was donated back to the Sutherdan family. That was Mike Metzger, I believe they said, and that's a very nice gesture by Mike. So there's the kickoff, line drive. Mobley fumbles it, but picks it up, and he's going to be smothered at the 20-21-yard line. So Riverview will take over at their own 21-yard line.
And clock does stop on change of possession until the chains are set, then the clock starts.
And the clock starts, yes. You know, what you could really do, Richard, and I've watched this before, if you're on offense and you're up and you want to end the game, you can just do false start, delay a game, you know, all night long and just keep moving back five, and that clock just ticks. Some officials, crews do it differently. I've noticed, you know, I haven't had a lot of running clocks lately, but I've noticed, like tonight, 8 minutes. So here come the Black Bears. Little confusion here to start the second half, but they're going to go.
It's a delay game.
It's a delay game right off the bat. So that's going to bump them back 5. Clock continues to run. Already 6 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter. So that's going to bring up 1st and 15 for the Bears. This time we're going to see a new formation. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Denham, the tailback, pistol formation, Knox Wilson, the quarterback, and we're going to have a illegal 4 procedures. That looked like illegal receivers, 4 of them. Look like the Canadian Football League. They can all take off before the snap. It happens. I believe in Canada you can take off, but you got to be behind the line. You got to get a running start. And Riverview is going to take a timeout to start the second half. As will we, and that's a Zemba Company timeout. So we'll be right back after this. 6:08 left. You're watching NBL football exclusively on YRPtv.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. All Well is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
So back to John Glenn. Clock running here in the second half. Bears used their first time out in the second half. Ball handed off to Denham, who is going to be tackled by a host of John Glenn defenders. A lot of players there. I'm going to credit the tackle to Zane Kinch Zimmerman. A lot of new faces out there for the Muskies. And a couple of new faces here for the Black Bears. Black Bears starting quarterback Xavier Shantz went down with what could have been an ankle or knee injury. He had to be helped off the field in the second quarter. And I see a kid on crutches that could possibly be Xander. I'm not real sure where he is. So second in a long, that's got to be about 20, 21, 25. It's a pretty good distance. So a little more miscommunication in the backfield. Denham gets the ball, and he's going to pick up about 4. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Black Bears. Third quarter already under 5 minutes here in New Concord. Still, I look at that flag, Richard. No wind. That's a good thing. It is getting chilly, though.
Yeah, without the wind, it's still a nice night for.
You can prepare for the rain. You can prepare for the snow as a coach, but you can't prepare for the wind. Snap, hand off to Denham, and he picks up maybe 1, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Bears. And it looks like Riverview is going to be content just running the ball and running clock here. Down to 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Back deep to return punt is the freshman Keegan Wolford. Stands on the JG logo. Cole Smith to punt for the Bears. Looks like Denham Doherty, who's shaken up on that last play, he's going to stay out there and be on this punt team. Kick by Smith may have been tipped. Wolford gets a great jump on it, and he's got a nice return inside the 25-yard line. Still up, and 21 of the 22 players are all in one pile there at the 25-yard line.
Great return, though.
Really good return. Keegan, just a freshman. He's starting to see more and more significant playing time for John Glenn. And we have a personal foul face mask on Riverview. The official starts the clock, and I think they want to get this one wrapped up as well.
Yeah, this game's not in doubt. They want to get both teams out with no injuries, hopefully.
Once again, we want to send many thoughts and prayers to the family and friends of Dylan Sutherdan. Very emotional night here. A lot of heavy hearts here in this venue tonight. So now on the quarterback for is Carter Mary, number 13, sophomore. He hands it off to Brody Johnson. Johnson's got a lot of room out here, and he's going to go in. He's going to score. Brody Johnson with a 15-yard touchdown run. That's going to make it 46-7 in favor of the Muskies. That's Brody Johnson's just his 3rd carry on the year, but it's his 2nd touchdown. That's not bad.
Not at all.
66% of the time you're scoring a touchdown. So now we may have a see who we're going to have kicking here. More confusion here. Oriole Uri out to kick it. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick splits the uprights. And the student section screams yay. So we're going to keep it here. Just 1:41 left in the third quarter. Playing 8-minute quarters here in the second half of this one. 47-7, 40-point lead for the Muskies. And unless that thing gets below 30, it's going to continue to tick. Some of the rules here, though, once there is a score or change of possession, the clock does stop. Also tonight at John Glenn, we had Youth Night, where the mini Muskies were announced and recognized. And tonight after the game will be the light show from the band, where the lights get turned out and the band will play and the crowd will stay. And once again, I think that's an important thing that needs to happen tonight. People need to stick around. People need to be together. People need to be talking. Max Morrow is going to tee it up again for the Muskies. Max's foot's probably getting tired, leg getting tired.
Yeah, he's had his share of a large number of kickoffs this evening.
He's getting better each time. So Morrow tees it up. Kaku back deep. Jeremiah Kaku. Morrow's kick. Another good kick. Kaku judged it right. He's at the 20. And he's going to be tackled there by number 7. I believe that's Keegan Wolford. First man down there for the maroon and gold. So the Bears send their offense back out. The officials keep this thing running. So here come the Black Bears. Knox Wilson in shotgun formation, 2 backs. This time at tailback will be Cole Smith and fullback Bladen Higgins. Wilson gets the team in set position, takes the snap, hands it to Cole Smith. Cole Smith's got some room out here. He takes it out to the 34-yard line, and that's going to be close to a Riverview first down. In fact, it is a first down. That's a Bicon Services first down. All the red zone were sponsored. Anything in the red zone tonight was sponsored by J&M Electric, and that's going to end the third quarter. So we'll take a little break here too. At the end of 3 here in New Concord, John Glenn 47, Riverview 7. You are watching MBL football exclusively on YRPtv.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
Back to New Concord, Mike Snively and Richard Hall. John Glenn leads 47-7. All touchdowns tonight have been brought to you by the Kemp Insurance Agency. And there have been quite a few tonight, Richard, especially for the team in the maroon and white.
Sure has, and with everything going on, and then with their tough loss last week, they had lost 3 in a row to get back and get some offensive continuity. They're very, very satisfied with that tonight. I believe at least their offensive effort, and only giving up 7 points defensively, they've been solid there as well.
So new formation Riverview's been using in this second half. Got a good run, another good run here by number 17, Cole Smith. There's a fumble, and I believe John Glenn got it. And let's see if we can see who came up with that ball for the Muskies. Not sure who. Braden McFarland? Yeah, Braden McFarland, number 19, came up with it, the freshman. The 5'2", 100-pounder.
Great play on his part.
Yeah.
Ball was loose. He jumped on it. Possession Muskies.
So John Glenn trots their offense back out on the field. This is only their second possession of the second half. Carter Murray will lead the charge in the backfield. He's got with him Brody Johnson and looks like Bain Morgan. Morgan takes the handoff outside to the left. He's got some space. We're going to have a hold here on the outside. Morgan's going to be tackled all the way down at the 15, but there is a flag back here at the 38-yard line. And it was right out in the open for the side judge to see the hold. That thing is going to come back.
Easy call for the official on the outside. Grab just enough of the jersey to draw the flag.
The old hold. I tell you what, in the NFL, if you watch the NFL, if there's a holding call at any point during a drive, it's a drive killer because defenses are just so good now, and they get you in, 1st and 20. It's almost impossible nowadays in the NFL to get a first down from 20 yards. So the clock continues to run. Carter Marion taking snaps for the Muskies. Johnson will be the fullback. Morgan the tailback in the pistol. Hand off to Morgan. Morgan's got space. And that's a huge run there by Bain Morgan. Bain Morgan came in with 3 carries, 31 yards. He's averaging 10.3 yards per rush, and he's going to add on to that tonight. So that's a big run there by Bain Morgan. So Morgan takes it down to the 23-yard line of the Bears. Clock about at 5 minutes to go in the game here in New Concord. This John Glenn offense, this group here looks really well oiled. Handoff, and this time, as I say that, there's a nice play there by number 20 for the Bears, but we do not have a 20 on the roster. So that'll make it 2nd and 15 for John Glenn. Looks like Derek Harris hobbling a little bit, hobbling back to the huddle. 4 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Week 8 football season, fastest 10 weeks of the year, Richard, as you say. Truly is. Murray claps his hands, takes the snap, counter back, and that's a nice little juke and stutter step there. Picks up yards, but we got another flag, and that was Bain Morgan again.
It's coming back, I think.
It's coming back. Bain Morgan's a junior, 5'7", 180-pound, good-looking kid in shoulder pads, I'll tell you that. So this thing's going to come back too, and that clock's just a-ticking. So they bring it back to the Riverview 32. So that's going to make it 2nd and about 18. Mary, he's a 6'2", 175-pound junior. Throws it out, and pass dropped there by Keegan Wolford on the quick bubble screen there, tunnel screen, whatever you want to call it. So that brings up 3rd and 18. Clock now below 3 minutes. Try to get you all some scores out there real quick. Some updates. The Tri-Valley Philo game Had a good, it looked like it was a competitive game. It was close. Barnesville takes a big lead now on Lindsley, 27-7. Maysville over West End, 14-7. Mary takes a snap, hands to Morgan. Morgan needed 18. He may have got 18 right there, Richard.
It's going to be close.
How about this score? Philo and Tri-Valley in the third quarter, 15 all. It was 15-12, so Philo kicked a field goal at some point to tie that puppy up. Watkins, big lead over Zanesville, 62-16. Caldwell, 21-0 over the Tigers of Shady Side. I'm going to mention this Shenandoah River score. Martins Ferry, 36, Cambridge nothing. New Lex, 49-6 over Meadowbrook. Minute 48 left here. Mary trips to his left, hands it to Morgan. Morgan this time is going to be tackleable. I don't think he got it. In fact, he lost some yards, so nice defense there by the Black Bears. And number 68 for the Bears, that was Jet Lindell. I taught a Jeff Lindell, but this is Jet Lindell. So first down Riverview. Clock continues to run. Minute 20. The JGHS marching show coming up after the game. Final from Steubenville. Steubenville 35, Canisius out of New York 34. Canisius out of New York just had a running back signed with Georgia. It was between Ohio State and Georgia, and he picked Georgia. So clock under a minute. And that's a nice carry there by number 17. That's Cole Smith. Cole's got a few yards in this second half.
Yes, he does.
Just one scoring play so far in this second half. But most of the damage was done in the first quarter by the Muskies, and that's going to be it. Center picks up the football, hands it to the official. Both teams walk to the sidelines, and they are going to line it up for the handshake. And the John Glenn crowd comes to their feet, claps, and it's been an emotional night. A lot of heavy hearts in the stadium tonight. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here. Richard's going to accumulate some stats, and I'm going to get the scoring down for us, and then we'll be back and we'll wrap some things up here. So final score here from John Glenn. John Glenn wins 47-7 over the Riverview Black Bears, and you are watching MVL football exclusively on YRPtv.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abel's, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system. And we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abel's.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
Back here to the post-game wrap-up here, Mike Snively, Richard Hall. I'm going to go over the scoring plays here where John Glenn was a 47-7 winner over Riverview in the MVL Big School Division. Reese Metzger started things off on the first drive with a 10-yard touchdown run. Then Oriole Uri, point after touchdown, made it 7-0. Then an 8-yard touchdown pass from Owen Edwards to Ryder Pennington, make things 14-0. Reese Metzger had another touchdown run of 8 yards, 21-0 first quarter for the John Glenn Muskies. Then Dominic Bates caught a touchdown pass from Owen Edwards. It was an 8-yarder. PAT was no good, 27-0 lead by John Glenn. The Riverview Black Bears score with a Cameron Mobley catch from Xander Shantz. It was a 5-yarder. Cameron Mobley also made the point after touchdown. That made it 27-7. Then a 9-yard run for Owen Edwards made it 33-7 John Glenn. And right before half, a 58-yard touchdown pass from Owen Edwards to Reese Metzger to make it 40-7 at half. Only one scoring play in the second half, and it happened early in the third quarter. A 15-yard run by Brody Johnson to cap off the scoring at 47-7. John Glenn victorious tonight, Richard. What do we got stat-wise over there?
Well, I'm going to start with the Riverview Black Bears. 18 carries, 54 yards on the ground. 7 through 11 for 45 yards. Cameron Mobley, 3 catches for 45 yards. We'll focus a little bit more on John Glenn. 216 yards on the ground on 20 carries. Reese Metzger had a nice night, 101 yards on 10 carries. And then just a whole host of other Muskies contributed tonight. Owen Edwards, a perfect 7 for 7 for 129 yards. 7 of 8 overall in the passing game. Ryder Pennington, a big night, obviously. Reese Metzger, 4 catches, 35 yards. And just another good quality night for the John Glenn Muskies. Ryder Pennington chipped in with 3 catches for 37 yards. And, of course, Reese Howard had 1 catch for 8 yards. So good for John Glenn to get back on the winning ways tonight. 2 tough games to close out the season with Philo and Tri-Valley. So tonight was a big win for the Muskies and a very difficult game to play.
Very well said, Richard. And with you, as you said, Edwards was 7 for 7 in his passing total, went over the 1,000-yard barrier for the night. Metzger now at about 845 yards. He's going to have a chance to get at that rushing 1,000-yard plateau. So, with that being said, I'd like to go over our sponsors one more time. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Insurance, Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan, Susan Snowdy, State Farm, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Treasure Hunt Bin Store, Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Chandler Funeral Home, Farmers Market, Farmers and Merchants Bank, and C&K Muffler and Brake. And with that being said, we have the Lock 9 Player of the Game for John Glenn, and I've never been more proud to say that our Lock 9 Player of the Game tonight is Dylan Sutherdan. And a lot of emotions tonight. I think we need this, and everybody's going to stay for the band show. Families need to stay together. Students need to stay together. This is an emotional night, and our thoughts and prayers are most definitely with Dylan Sutherland, his family, friends, and it was a tough one tonight, but we got through it. And who I got? I got somebody here on the radio. Who's this?
Max Atkinson.
Max Atkinson. What you got to tell me, buddy? Nothing? You want to say anything? You ready for the glow show? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, so Max Atkinson, what grade you in?
Third.
Third grade. Who's your teacher?
Mrs. McBurney.
McBurney. Okay, Mrs. McBurney. All right, so you're going to stay here for the show tonight, huh? Well, we're glad to have you on the radio. We need to do this more often, Richard. What's your favorite subject? You don't know? Okay. Come on now. Gym, recess, lunch? It's got to be one of those, right?
Gym.
Okay, very good, very good. Gym, J-I-M, right? That's what I thought. Okay. Well, hey, nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Richard, for Richard Hall, and once again, we had a great, Joel Lasigo was our producer tonight, and Mike Mitchell, the cameraman. It's been a great night. It's been a solid night. We needed this. Everybody, the community needed this. And, again, one more time, our Lock 9 Pizza Player of the Game, Dylan Sutherdan. Tonight's final score from New Concord, John Glenn defeats Riverview 47-7. God bless and good night, everybody.
You've been listening to High School Football, a presentation of AVC Sports.
All right.
Most of the time. I caught him off guard. It's not his fault. You weren't planning on that, were you?
Okay, I'll start unplugging the.
I heard you wanted to see what this was like. So all we do is basically talk to each other.
Pretty cool, huh? Okay. All right. Well, hey, I'll help you out here.
Bye, Richard.
Okay.
See you later.
I'm gonna turn this off, Joel.
Sure.
All right. Night.
No, they just think it's really hard. It's like we just talk to each other.
All right.